what's up? It's Jazz, and welcome back to the third episode of the Libra 2 track by track series.
You know I got this. I mean, that's what players do, right?
Okay, so for this episode, I'm talking about the interlude on the EP. It's called Players Interlude, and that it really just reflects a time in my life where, I was a little bit of a player, real hot girl shit, real city girl shit. It happens. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I start the song with just like me speaking very softly, and I'm just like, 3 on the roster, it shouldn't be a problem. I got this. I mean, that's what players do, right? So, so the time in my life that I was writing this interlude about, I had a little bit of a roster, and there were 3 people on this roster. Kept the same 3 in rotation. Yeah, so that was just kind of me reflecting on that. Okay, so the kind of like opening of the song, like the verse, had me a little Henny drinker, a little scammer, one trying to make it. They all knew what I was going through. They all knew what to do. So yeah, I was just taking little characteristics of each of the 3 people that were on my roster at the time. One of them liked to drink Henny. That's his go-to drink, Shout out him. Shout out Hennessy. The other one, I don't know if it's correct to call him a scammer, but he has scammer tendencies, so a little scammer. One trying to make it. If you know me, I have a tendency to be involved with musicians and rappers and the likes, so that's what that line was about. I mean, he just like me for real. I'm also trying to make it, so they all knew what I was going through. They all knew what to do. So with that, I was always very honest with the people I was involved with. Like, if you asked me if you were the only person I was involved with, I would tell you, no, you're not. That's just how it is. So I was never hiding any secrets from anyone. So it was just being like, they all knew. They weren't the only one. That's it. They all knew what to do. That was just saying, they, in a physical sense, they knew what they were doing, and I can appreciate that. So, yeah. When it came to me and my body, they each had a different pick, whether it was ride like a Bugatti, drive like a Mercedes, eat it till it drove me crazy. Everyone has their preferences in the bedroom, the things they prefer from their partner. That's all I was saying. Each of them had their own pick of things. So, yeah. And, I was just making these random analogies. I was like, I'm just talking right here, but it sounds cool and it fits the vibe of the song. So, we're gonna go with it. So then, before we get into like the repeated part of the song, I thought it would be cool to put like just me being like, yeah, like I'm not trying to take you serious right now, and a sort of like voicemail, phone call kind of editing to it. So that was just something fun. I thought it made sense for the song. It made sense. Yeah. So then the repeated part, the kind of chorus of this interlude. This is a game you play for fun, not one you play to win. Keep 'em on a leash, never tell 'em who else you letting in. That's just to say, if you're going to be a player, then you know that you're doing it for fun. You're not looking for something. There's no prize at the end. You're just living. That's all it is. Keep them on a leash. Never tell them who else you're letting in. Keep them at arm's length. If you're not taking them seriously, they don't need to know who else you're talking to. I'm not saying don't tell them you're not talking to other people, but they don't necessarily need to know who it is. And, just keep them at the distance that respects your boundaries in the situation and what you're comfortable with. So, yeah. Show them you're the big boss when you put it down. Don't keep them around. This is your world, baby. You make the rules. That's what players do. It's just saying, like, you're that bitch. Show them that. You're gonna do your thing. Hey, if they fall in love, they fall in love. I'm playing. I'm joking. But, like, do your thing and show them, like, I'm doing this for me. I did this. Feel how you want about it. That's, yeah. And then it just goes on to say, like, you don't have to keep them around. Keep them around for however long you want them to be around, for the purposes you want them for. You don't have to do anything extra you're not obligated to. This is your world, baby. You make the rules. That's what players do. If you're a player, you're pushing P, you're making the rules. This is your world and they're just living in it. They're stepping in it. You're allowing them to be in it. So that's all it is. It's you set your boundaries, you say what this is and what it isn't. It's your world. That's what players do, So yeah, that's kind of just it. Like, that song is really just me reflecting on a time in my life where I was a player. I was a city girl. I was a hot girl. I'm admitting it. It is what it is. So, yeah.
This is your world, baby. You make the rules. That's what players do. This is a game you play for fun.
Also, check out the merch. Cop some merch. Little merch promo.
I'm just not trying to be serious with you right now.
Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you check out the song. My ladies, I hope you can relate to it in some way. And yeah, keep being players. Keep doing your thing. And I can't wait to talk about In the Dark next time. So yeah, hope you come back for the next episode. Bye.